And let's take a look at black women. Are they parts of these organizations? Do they have their own little organizations?
Well, it's hard to take a look at black women because you can't quite see them. The interesting thing about, first of all, let's just say that the numbers are, there are not huge numbers of black women living in New York City in 1908 and 9 and 10. The numbers are smaller, and they have very different attachments, political attachments. The black women who are politically active are, today we would use the word intersectional. They mostly start by joining the campaign against lynching. That's the first thing that really rouses very broad support. And Ida B. Wells, whose name we all know, who was a brilliant writer and organizer, came to New York as part of her campaign against lynching, and she gave a big talk, and lots of black women whose names we know, Victoria Earl Matthews, and other women who are in social movements, and some of the people involved in the early founding of the NAACP and of the Niagara movement, a whole spectrum of politics in the black community that range from quite radical, Hubert Harrison, other radicals, to the NAACP, which is rather polite, middle of the road. Many of those people got involved in the fight against lynching. And so the vote is part of this umbrella of what would have been called then uplift of the race. That the women are working for uplift of the race. And so it means anti-lynching, pay, what kind of wages, what kind of anti-racism, anti-discrimination, and voting for suffrage.
Was W.B. Du Bois a part of the suffrage movement?
I think W.E.B. Du Bois is really important in the history of the suffrage movement because he's the person who pointed out the bitterness in the black community after the 15th Amendment was passed, granting black men the right to vote. And the white suffragists of that period, the early 19th century women whose names we know, Susan B. Anthony, Elizabeth Cady Stanton, and a lot of their friends, who were so frustrated, having worked for many years for the Vote for Everyone, that they said some horrendously nasty, angry, racist things. W.E.B. Du Bois is one of the people who really took the lead, and he and Frederick Douglass are two very important male figures in this fight for women's voting rights.